Well, hey ManCavians, this is Bob from DaBob's N-Scale ManCave, and today we have a somber video for you today. I'm going to not be talking so much about trains, and thus we're talking more about the devastation that's happening here in the Omaha, Nebraska area, aka the ManCave metropolitan area. And thus the hat's coming off, and the support of our military hat is coming on. The video you're about to see is of the surrounding area in Bellevue, Nebraska, home of Offutt Air Force Base, and that is where I live in this area. I do work on the base in my other hobby job, and James Wright and myself, otherwise known as JLW 2000, went out and investigated the surrounding damage on base, and yesterday I went out and visited some other areas as well before all this devastation happened. So you're going to see yesterday's video and today's video, so you kind of can tell how much has changed since yesterday. So without further ado, let's go take a look at this video. We're here at Offutt Air Force Base, Nebraska. This part of the base is above the water line for the flooding. We're up basically on a hill, and as you can kind of see down in this area, the runway goes down, and that goes down to a lower area. So we have water coming in south of the base, and that's the base lake out there, and we've had airplanes parked over here on the other side of the ramp by the tower, just an extra parking area. But as you can see in the distance, there's water coming in from the river, and it's all flooding south of here and moving on up. And they've got runway work. They've closed the runway for this kind of work today. So you got some construction people out here, and they're towing aircraft to the upper ramp. So you got the E4 over there and some other aircraft as well. So it's pretty much a disaster. They have evacuated some of the buildings down here. This big hangar is evacuated. Some of the buildings down there are going to get flooded with water, most likely. They've been out there sandbagging as well. So it's not a pretty sight here at Offutt today. The water coming in south of the base. It's over there by Base Lake. The water seems to be coming in, or at least filling up a little bit there for snow melt. We're doing some runway repairs this weekend. Not sure how long that's going to last, really. Okay.
She was over the road right now, but she's low over here. So she's going to be in house.
Look over here, Jen.
I guess she was over the road. But now
What are they doing over there? What's going on inside there?
I think they put some down there. But they put some down there.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I see the sand. Thank you.
You're welcome.
this tower. There's a flight line, E4 hangar. This is a mess. Can't see my building from here, but you know. Here's some pictures of the Benny Davis maintenance facility. You can tell the parking lot is starting to fill up and the water's getting deeper and deeper out there. It's about 1.5 feet at the building, about maybe 18 inches deep inside. It gets deeper as you farther go away from this scene, and it is very devastating. The sandbags didn't seem to help very much at all, and this van is pretty much buried under the windows. Looks terrible. You could hear the flood alarms going off inside. Well, we're on the other side of the Benny Davis building along the roadway, and the water is bubbling up from the drains, and this lower Stratcom parking lot is fairly low, and so it is completely covered. What is safe right now is the fuel tanks. They seem to be pretty well protected by a levee that's around them. Actually, that levee is there to keep the fuel from leaking out if it, does fail. But right now it's protected from all this water from the looks of it. The water is supposed to raise another foot on the Missouri River, and as you can see, it's getting pretty high, and if you're the owner of this van, you're probably going to get a new van. So, congratulations. There you go, ManCavians and fellow Americans. That's been this video of what's happened this weekend here at Offutt and Bellevue, Nebraska area. Pretty devastating. We don't know how long it's going to take for the waters to recede. The waters are supposed to go up another foot before it just basically is all done. But we have a lot of spring left, a lot of thaw up north, a lot of water to be released from the dams. And so I think there's going to be a long-term damage going on here with these floods for the next few weeks. It could take a long time for us to get back into some of these buildings and clean up the damage and start rebuilding. So there are a lot of people who are displaced from homes, and the people who live out in Iowa that I work with. I've got people that are friends of mine that live out in Waterloo area, if you've heard about that. Fremont is an island right now. You can't drive in or out. The train tracks are all flooded. Most of Nebraska is devastated with these floods, and since this is a model railroading channel, all the trains are stopped. And the only trains that are going are ones that can move some equipment down to where it's flooded and help prepare for rebuilding of their rails. So if you have time to donate your time, energy, money, whatever you got, even donate rooms in your home if you have extra rooms to have some people stay there. By all means, volunteer time and efforts. And as always, ManCavians, especially during a flood, stay off the tracks and bridges. I told you so. This is Bob signing off.